Okay, welcome back to my series on Starfield. So, in this episode, which is episode 5, we're going to deal with outposts. And for this outpost video, I decided to bring us to the Eridani system, which is way out of the way, and it's only a level 20 system, so that's not too bad. I shouldn't have any real issues here. And I have not actually scanned this place either. So let's go ahead and start with Eridani 1. And the whole point of an outpost is that you use it to, um, what do you call it? To acquire resources. In my last video, we captured a ship, and I had to put my power settings on this ship back up to where I usually keep them. Um, but anyway, so the whole point of the outpost is to gather resources on a planet and use those resources for crafting, which gives you XP, but also allows you to use those crafted resources in other like in construction of maybe other outpost stuff or weapons or spacesuit mods or whatever, and you can also sell them. So you can actually harvest resources, craft items, and sell them for money. But let's get an outpost first. So this planet, Eridani 1, it's a rock. It has 0.77 Gs. It's an inferno. It's going to be, I don't know if you could build an outpost here like when you first start out, but I should be able to. We have uranium and chlorine. Well, chlorine is a gas, and I'm not sure about whether or not I have the stuff to build a gas extractor. So let's go down right here in a field of uranium in the sunlight.
I have things for you.
And try to ignore my crew. They keep talking. But we are coming down on the planet, setting down my ship. This ship is like 80 meters long, so unless there's a very large landing pad where I go, I end up parking way away from the place. But we didn't come down on any specific place. Except we are right on a uranium field, which is great, because that's what we wanted. Those are uranium, so like I showed you in an earlier video, you can get your cutter out and you can harvest uranium rocks the old-fashioned slow way. But you see those these big discolorations in the ground where it turns yellowish in the scanner and it says uranium. That's where we can put harvesters, and that's what we want. Um, I could scan this whole planet, but there's no point in doing it, or scan the other stuff. Now, there's a facility not too far away. They have wind generators, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to us as far as putting down our thing. But one of the things you do want to keep in mind when you're putting down an outpost is the terrain, like the hilliness of it. I'm not worried about these rocks. Like if I have to put down a large structure, I think it'll just wipe out the rocks. But when you build things, and there's like a hill, like behind us, that's uphill. If I'm building stuff along the ground, and I get into this hill area, that stuff won't just ride with the hill if it's locking into each other, like snapping together. It will literally tell me I can't build it there. You have to start it at the top of the hill and work your way down because it will build a platform to stand on until it gets to be too much of a platform. Some things are, tricky with building. Doesn't matter what game you're in. Every game has tricky building rules. So, as I showed you, like back in my first video, I think it was, we started an outpost with this little outpost marker, and I'm just sliding it around. Doesn't really matter where I put it, but you want to put it somewhere near where you're at. Now, you can put your outpost stuff in first person like this, but I like to use V and go to this third person view. Actually, in this one, we're completely detached, so let me move over here. You can see I'm standing there next to that marker, and I've got this uranium extractor that I'm moving around. Okay. And we're going to do a very simple outpost. I've got this one little tiny field here. I could probably cram maybe 2 or 3 extractors in here, but I'm just going to put one. And it does have, if you can see that yellow circle that I have, it's like an outline out there. Um, that is the range of where this uranium extractor is going to be able to extract uranium from. And so you want to keep it completely within the resource, which is that ugly yellow solid circle there. There we go. Now we have a uranium extractor. And it tried to pump, but we don't have any power. So down here at the bottom, can I even... No, I can't get my cursor, so I have to just tell you where things are. Down at the bottom it says I need 5 power. It's in red, 5 needed power, and we don't have any power right now. So we'll go back into build mode. And on this planet we can build a solar array, which provides 8 power, or I could build a wind turbine, which provides 10 power. And, yeah, I've got enough stuff to build either. But I'll just go ahead, I'll go out here, see this very thin yellow border out here? That is the limit of my, my outpost that I'm building. I'm going to go ahead and put myself a couple of wind generators out here. So now I have 20 power, because each of those provides 10. I only need 5 to run that uranium extractor. But now we need some storage. And ideally, the way that I'm building warehouse or building outposts right now, I will build 5 containers, storage containers, for every extractor I'm using. There's probably a more efficient way that I haven't got to yet, but that's what I'm doing right now. But for this case, I'm just going to do one, and it doesn't really matter where I put it. But you know, we'll put it here. So now I've got a container, I've got the extractor, and I've got power. But that extractor needs to have a way to put the resources into the container. Otherwise, you could just come and pull the resources out of the extractor when it's full. But we're going to right-click on the extractor, drag this red line over to the container, and boom. Now the resources from the extractor go to the container, all good. And so when the container, or, as this thing fills up, it dumps it into here. When this thing gets full, it's done. If I build additional containers, I can have this thing output to those other containers when that one is full. Now, this isn't much of an outpost yet. Let's try building some structures. Now, I'm going to start with, let's say, a large hex hab. I can build that, okay. I'm going to put it back here at the edge. There we go. And as you can see, it wants to let me try to build another one, and but we don't really want another hex hab. We want an airlock. Okay, 1 hab, 1 airlock. That's all it really takes for an outpost. So you're going to get in through the airlock, and I have this big hex room. And you can add more stuff to it as long as the game will let you build. You'll have to fine-tune your location and all that. But that is the basics of it. And let me see. I'm going to put... I already know that I'm going to have a... Well, I don't know that I'll have a problem. Let's try it. I'm going to try to build my... what do you call it? My landing pad. Of course I can't. I need adaptive frames, which I don't have because I will have to make some more if I can. Let me go back to crafting. Industrial workbench. Now, like I said, we're still standing right over here next to that thing. I'm going to throw an industrial workbench on the ground right there, and I'm going to exit. So now, we're back in first-person mode. You can see my facility back there, my mineral extractor here, the storage container. My ship is parked way over the hill over there. But okay, this is a thing that happens sometimes. It's telling me I can't use that because it's obstructed. Um, Obviously, it's really not. But sometimes I'm not sure if we can get it to work by moving it around or if we'll just have to delete it and make another one. Let's see. First of all, let's try moving it. And I am still in first person there. So we stuck it over there. Okay, now we can use it. Good. Adaptive frames, I need 18 of them. Um, I'm just going to make 100. And of course, this is the reason why I'm able to create these things right now without a issue is because I have resources on my ship from all of my other places. When you first start out, it will be a little bit of a struggle. You'll be hopping around trying to find things to, or buying stuff from vendors to be able to do what you want to do. But once you get started, it quickly it quickly becomes very easy as long as you have a ship that can hold the cargo. Uh, but let's see, what am I doing? Um, oh, I was gonna build the landing pad. Got sidetracked. Okay, so we got to get over here to. Oh, it was miscellaneous. My landing pad with the ship builder. I usually like to put those over here next to my structure. Uh, and make sure so that's that rectangle thing that's sticking off of it, that is the way you get up onto the pad. I want to make sure that's kind of pointed over in that direction. There we go. So now we have a landing pad with a ship builder out here. And the last part of outposting is to go inside to our actual facility where we can decorate. Oh, the gravity sucks here. Yeah, I'm burning through oxygen. Oh, and I think I'm overloaded. Oh, right, because um, I forgot that I built those 100 adaptive frames. The weight of that is in my inventory now, and so I am overloaded. That's why I was burning up my air so quickly. But we've just come through the airlock. This is the inside of our facility. Um, Very plain, but it's lit. And in here, we can go back into the outpost mode, and we're going to go into build mode. So you can put decorations, furniture, robots. Here, I'll throw a sanitation mini bot in here. You can build defenses, which really ought to be outside. You can put crafting stations in here. I have had the same problem with the industrial workbench where it became obstructed inside my building. I have also placed a building over one of those toxic gas vents and had the gas coming up through the inside of the building, which is not good. So be careful where you build your facility. Now I've got this very plain cot that I can place. Um, I actually only have 3 fiber in my inventory, so I will not be able to build a whole lot of beds. And in fact, this bunk bed takes 3. But let's go and throw a bunk bed in here. It's always good to have a place to sleep and pass time. So any cloth furniture I can no longer build any more of because I've expended all my fiber. But decorations have never been my strong suit. Uh, I build some pretty plain, ugly places. But you have actual decorations. So you have storage boxes. Now these storage boxes, I don't have the resources to build it because I need structural material. Um, these can hold a small amount of stuff. It's like the loot crates that you find in when you're out roaming the world. And most of these things have variations you can go through. Uh, Here's like a flood lamp that's handheld. It's literally just going to sit on the floor if you put it in or wherever you put it. But we don't necessarily need lighting. You could build pictures, posters, warning signs, all kinds of stuff. You could decorate however you want as long as you have the resources to do so. What else is there? There's displays, so you can put a mannequin in, and then you can stick like a spacesuit or clothing on the mannequin to show off outfits that you have. Data slate displays. These are little things that hold like those little data slate things that are notes that you'll find throughout the game. Weapon rack that could go on the wall, and you can stick weapons and ammo in there. Weapon cases, which sit on things, and you can stuff weapons in. But yeah, so, and of course, miscellaneous is mostly useful stuff. Mission boards. Okay, so we haven't talked about this yet. A regular mission board. Good, I have enough stuff to build all of these. There's a variation that is a constellation mission board and a self-service bounty clearance. Okay, so these three mission boards are kind of important. First of all, the Trackers Alliance self-service bounty clearance. When you get in trouble, um, by the way, yeah, we're done with outpost building, so this is like bonus content or sidetrack content. Um, self-service bounty clearance. If you're wanted, this will tell you. I am not wanted by anyone within the settled systems, so I don't need to do anything with this right now. But if I had a bounty, it would list the bounty, and for a little bit more than what your bounty is, they will let you clear it. Um, Basically, pay it off. Constellation. I don't want to really tell you who they are because I'm not about doing spoilers, but they will give you missions, or you can get missions through there to scan planets and systems. I'll go into it real quick. So, like locate an amphibious foothold in the Taliban system, or locate boiled seas in Procyon B. So these jobs pay, like that one pays 5,500, that one will pay 12,500. Those two things that they want you to find are those planetary attributes that we were looking at in the last video. Well, actually, not the last video. In the scanning video or surveying video, where we would run to those locations and find stuff. So you might have to scan the entire system before you find, like go from one planet to another, going through all that stuff before you finally find what you're looking for there. Or you might get lucky, but it's a thing. Mission board is literally a regular mission board. This is actually a Trackers Alliance mission board, so you could kill the Crimson Fleet pirates or Ecliptic mercenaries. Um, Pirate legend. Anytime it says pirate, it's a Crimson Fleet pirate. If it says Ecliptic, those are Ecliptic mercenaries. If it says Spacer, they're Spacers. And I think sometimes they might give you a job for the Valrune. But yeah, these boards are a way for you to get more money. Well, those two are a way for you to get more money in the system you're in or nearby. If you don't want to go on quests, like regular, fetch quests or whatever, it's literally go to like the planet Bara and kill. Well, you're not just gonna kill one pirate there. You're gonna go through an entire horde of pirates, but it's also gonna be in a facility. There'll be loot. It'll be good times. So yeah, that's gonna end our video here on outpost crafting. It's a very basic look at creating a basic functional outpost. Uh, I don't know how long it's going to take for this thing to generate any resources. It typically takes like hours, which you can do the wait function to get through that. Um, but let's see. So there's nothing in my uranium extractor at the moment. Maybe it's in my storage container. Maybe we've produced some. Maybe we haven't produced any yet. Ah, there's 21 in here. So let me do this. Okay. So uranium, of course, big rock. This container holds 118 kilograms, or I think that's kilograms. Um, so we're currently at 14. Yeah, we're at 14 kilograms. I think. Wait a minute. No. Let me sort it. Yeah, weight. Okay, but yeah, it is down here. So we are currently holding 14 kilograms out of 118, and basically, when that gets full, then your uranium harvester will pile up inside of itself till it gets full, and then it'll shut down. So you'll have to come back and collect. And like I said, I use like 5 containers per extractor, just so when I come back, I can collect a whole bunch of stuff all at once. So yes, that does wrap up our basic outpost video. Um, so thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it was helpful to you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. My final video of this series is just going to be a tour of New Atlantis. And again, if there's something you would like to see me make a video about, let me know in the comments section below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.